Cheyenne Kippenberger, Miss Indian World final interview. Take one.
I always thought of Miss Indian World as this kind of soft and really girly woman, and I never envisioned myself as something like that. But now I see it's about strength, it's about resiliency, it's about believing in yourself and just trying to do the best that you can and be the best version of yourself for everybody to see. As a little girl, I don't think I ever imagined myself as Miss Indian World or in a position like this. You know, I liked being dirty, I liked being outside, I liked, hanging out with the boys and trying to prove how tough I was. And now looking down the road, this probably was one of the toughest things that I ever had to do. And I think little girl Cheyenne would be so proud to see what she grew up to become.
Cheyenne, as a little girl growing up, she was very happy. She was smiling, laughing. She had brothers and sisters she was always playing with. Me and her mother used to say that Cheyenne could talk to a wall and the wall would respond back to her if she wanted to. I never even thought Cheyenne would compete with Miss Florida Seminole, let alone Miss Indian World. But when she told me she wanted to run, I was really happy, very supportive. I told her whatever she wanted to do, let's do it. I said, you're very capable of winning. I said, don't let nothing hold you back. Just give it your best. That's all we can ask for. Go out there, show them who Cheyenne is.
There was a lot of doubts during the pageant, which I think is very normal for anybody running in that type of competition. It's so scary to put yourself into this competition where you're vulnerable and you're putting yourself up on a stage to be judged by people that you've never met in your life. The morning of crowning day, I remember waking up and I was happy. I was genuinely very, very happy. I was so proud of myself for doing as well as I had done up to that point. I was, proud to have all these new sisters and of all this great time spent together. I think when I had finally reached that last portion of the competition and I had completed it, I told myself that I had just as much of a shot as any other girl that is here today. And it really wasn't until they had announced the second runner-up that I realized I might actually have a shot at this.
I was like, wow, there's 18 or 19 girls here. They all deserve this title too. But I said, show to Cheyenne. She did it. She did her best. And then when I heard the announcer, the drum roll, please, I was like, oh my God, she's got a chance. They announced the first and the second runner-up, and I was like, wow, she might do this,
It's a moment I'm gonna force all my grandbabies to hear 1,000,000 times. But I specifically remember the announcer, and he said, and she comes to us representing the Seminole tribe of Florida, and the waterworks just kicked in extra hard, and I remember feeling exhilarated.
It was very heartfelt, and everybody was so proud of her. I still get chills up and down my body, hearing the announcer name. She's done a fabulous job. I am so proud of her. Her mother, her grandmother, she won the hearts of a lot of people there just by her talent and her competition that she was doing, and everybody was cheering for her. Not just the Seminoles, but everybody that was there. They all knew who Cheyenne was.
Every emotion you could possibly feel in one moment was what I was feeling, and I was just incredibly happy. And to this day, when I think about that moment, I get the feeling all over again, and it's one of my most cherished memories that I have. Miss Indian World is confident and strong and real and honest with everybody that looks up to her. I'm so proud of the way that I embodied and showed all of these things throughout my reign. It was so important to me to show what it is to be a modern Native woman in this world today. And I wanted to show through being transparent and being honest, especially on social media, that it's okay to just be you. That's the best thing that you can be. And I wanted everybody to see that I don't always have it together. And it's so important to be that honest inspiration for people, especially for little girls, especially Native little girls.
She's very caring, she's loving, she's very proud of holding the title. She puts all her best effort in whatever she does, and she's truly amazing on how she carries herself.
As your Miss Indian World, I wanted to be a place of honesty. And one of the things I wanted to especially be honest about was my own experience with my mental health. I want to destigmatize these conversations, normalize these conversations within our households and within our communities, because we deserve it. We deserve that healing. And I wanted to be the voice for those things. And I wanted people to see that their Miss Indian World experiences the same things as they do. A lot of people may think that I don't read the messages they send me on like Instagram and Facebook, but I do. And I read them myself. And I think that hearing how I've been honest about certain things has helped people has been one of the most gratifying things of being Miss Indian World. If it's even helping one person, I feel like I've done well. And that was what I wanted, was to be honest and real and show people that even as Miss Indian World, you don't have it together all the time. You're still a person and you're still figuring things out, and that's okay. But that we deserve happiness and we deserve healing and we deserve good things no matter what our past is or what mistakes we've made. I just want people to know that I read them myself and I carry those words with me everywhere that I go. And it's been an honor being able to be even just a little bit of light in someone's life.
It's been amazing just to see her interact with all the other tribes and all the people, the little kids, how much they look up to her. I see her meet and greet all these different people throughout the world, actually, and it was truly amazing. The pictures, the handshakes, and all these little girls, they idolize her. And I heard a couple of them say, "Oh, I want to be just like you. I want to run for Miss Indian World. Can you tell me? Can you help me?" And so it's like it's heartwarming.
My first year as Miss Indian World, I dove right into it, traveling from community to community, trying to immerse myself as much as I could into any activity or event that I was invited to. Unfortunately, with the pandemic, unprecedented times called for unprecedented circumstances, and I was honored with the opportunity to continue my reign for a second year, which has never happened before. But I felt a responsibility to our people all across Indian countries. We went completely virtual, just like all of our jobs and lives have gone. And it was different, very different, but in a way, I guess looking at the positivity in the situation, it was awesome being able to connect with more people and I guess virtually travel to all these different places. And instead of having to take a 4-hour plane ride, it was as simple as sending a Zoom link, and next thing you know, I'm in your classroom, or I'm visiting your virtual powwow. And so I just tried to make the best of it.
The first year, of course, we did a lot of traveling, here, there, everywhere, all across the United States and New Zealand and wherever. Her second year, when she was asked to retain her title, and I noticed that it was all on Zoom, Zoom and Facebook and Twitter, and so she adapted to that. She had to set up her own little studio. I was very pleased on how she handled the virtual part of this. Instead of being in front of somebody, shaking her hand, she's in front of a camera and talking to them. So, but she did very good.
It's ended up being an incredible virtual year. And I was able to connect and visit with more people in schools and conferences than I ever was able to in my first year. It was still beautiful. It was still beautiful, even if I was sitting in my living room with a ring light trying to figure out my lighting. I made the best of it, and it was important to me to, like I said, continue being that hope, being that light, that breath of fresh air maybe that some of us needed, and I would do it all over again.
To all the little girls out there, please, if you want to be Miss Indian World or your own tribal delegate, please, by all means, run, okay? It's an honor. It's worth it, okay? It really represents and builds you as a person, a character.
To all the little girls that are dreaming of being Miss Indian World one day, know that you can do it, because you are strong, you are beautiful, you are powerful, and you are unstoppable. And anything that you believe that you can do, you are more than capable of doing.